What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love, with another video. Happy Sunday, everybody. So, we got some updates going on here. We got NBA Jam being updated to the 128 version. We got the Legends Pinball going through an update. We have the Legends Ultimate going through an update. Let's go ahead and confirm that. So, it is good that we have the ability to get updated, to get these devices updated and improved and what have you. So I was just thinking, I'm like, I've never done a review on this Golden Tee at all. I know I did a video unboxing, but I never uploaded it. Um, I do so many videos that it's hard to keep track of everything. Just get some of this lighting corrected. Don't need this light. Probably not. That one's fine. So, just talk about this Golden Tee. I mean, this is one of my more, you know, fun cabinets to play. I enjoy playing this. If I can get this positioned so you guys can see what's going on here a little bit better. But Golden Tee, this was one of the more expensive cabinets that were available. First, one of the first more expensive cabinets that Arcade One Up released. And like anybody, when you're presented with these over the $300, over the $400 mark, people have to really evaluate whether they get that, turn that volume down. Welcome everybody. I see a few people jumping on now. Um, so I got three devices being upgraded while we're talking about Golden Tee. So Golden Tee, I was very hesitant to buy this, even though I really like golf. In real life, I suck at golf, but I enjoy playing it. I enjoy going out with the guys and playing. We used to be in the league on Monday nights, and it gave you your outing that you got away from work, got away from family, and got to just do something that you enjoy. And that is just so important in life that you have these outlets. You should have it if you have a mate. They should have it if you have children. They should have it. Everyone is entitled to have an outlet in which they can escape from their reality, a wholesome, proper outlet, not some foolishness. Um, but you should have some outlet, whether it's a book club or wine club or golf or whatever it is. We all should have the outlet, and for me, golf was my outlet. Um, Over the years, where I could get out and enjoy the weather, enjoy the camaraderie with the fellas. We can goof around, and I always walked unless it was raining or something like that. But you get that exercise, you get that time with the friends, and you get to do something that you just really enjoy doing. Uh, so, so, so golf has always been, important to me. I got into golf a little different than most people. I got into golfing because I worked at this engineering firm called the Bud Company out of Detroit here, And that's what they all did. They went golfing, and just turn this down. They went golfing, and they would have these golf outings every year. So every summer, they would have these golf outings. We would go out and have, and some vendor was paying for it, right? And so everything was provided to us for free, and we could play golf and win prizes and drink beer and just enjoy the outdoors and each other. And each outing that I would play, I would always win something. I would win a golf bag, and then I would win some golf shoes, and I would win a driver. And, so as I got to a point where I basically got everything I needed to play golf, basically for free. Obviously, in Michigan, we have 4 seasons, and one of the seasons, two, 1.5 of the seasons. Well, really, it's 2 seasons because it's half of spring and half of fall that you may not be able to play golf. So it's really 2 seasons you don't get to play golf. And so I always enjoy playing golf on the computers. And so as the computers came out, they were very terrible. Golf was really um, terrible looking, but I still enjoyed playing them. And I always look for different golf games that I could play on the computer. And then it went to the consoles, and Tiger Woods EA Sports game would come out on the consoles, and it was a really fun game to play. So I enjoyed it. So it wasn't an issue of do I want Golden Tee because I love golf. So that's a no brainer for me to want it. Um, I didn't really play Golden Tee a lot in the bars. One, I didn't really hang out at bars like that. Two, I've been a family man since about 21 years old. And so, hey, what up, Al? Never threw up. No, I never threw out my back playing golf at all. Um, I got a lot of exercise looking for balls that got lost, but I never threw out my back. But I did have some partners some friends some buddies that did. Guys that got hit with golf balls, all kinds of craziness. Um, but I never really played Golden Tee. I've always aware of it. I would go into bars, and a lot of times when I did go to a bar, people would be playing Golden Tee, and then they would have to leave. And so, from an early age, when I went to arcades, I always looked for credits that were available in the machines, right? Before I would spend my money, so I can get a free game. And so with Golden Tee, the same way, when I would go into a bar, if it was one there, I'd go take a look at it because I was always fascinated by it. Well, once, because the graphics were outstanding, and most likely there was some credits left in it because someone had to leave in the middle of the game. Um, but I was able to pick up this because I had some Amazon um, gift cards and things like that. So I believe I got this for about $198 with, I still paid the full price, I think $4.99 for it. What up there, David? Happy Sunday. What up, Third Floor Arcades with Jason? What up, fellas? Thanks for joining. Um, so I had Amazon credits, which allowed me to pay the full price, but not come out of my pocket directly. No more than probably I think $198 what I paid. Um, yeah, golf can be dangerous, but man, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, a lot of exercise, a lot of fresh air and environment. You see all kinds of animals and all kinds of crazy stuff out there, but it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna play some Golden Tee, but I just wanted to talk about, man. I really love golf, and what I would love to see is a more modern a more modern gameplay with the trackball. Obviously Golden Tee is still being made by incredible technologies that they have a 2021 version, maybe even a 2022 version coming out. They have the most modern of golf game, and they're still available in bars today. But they're expensive to buy for the houses. It's just, what up, Lacrosse? Yeah, it's just so expensive, and so while this is a lot of fun to play, this version, it is. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have the volume up because this only thing I don't like about it, it doesn't have the more modern slider volume, so it's either loud And with this game, it's not even much difference between the low and the high. At least some of the other games, it's at least a big difference. This goes from loud to just one click under loud. So I don't even know if I could be able to play this game without you guys even hearing me, because where I have this camera position. Let me see if I can get it a little closer so maybe it can hear me a little better. If I'm going to have the volume, because the audio is part of the game. Yeah, this is. I think this is just a must, especially if you have a bar in your house, man. They just go together, bars and golden tea. You know, um, even if people didn't grow up in playing arcades, man, they definitely appreciate. And anybody can play it. You may not be good at it. You may not be able to do the wild turns and all that crazy stuff that other people can do, the hooks and and all those things. Oh, that's gonna go in a mess over there. But you can get up here and hit this ball and have some fun with it. Like I'm behind the tree. Oh, that's open. You can enjoy this. It's just an enjoyable game, no matter how you slice it. Get it? Um, I have so many initials, and it's crazy. The only thing I don't like about this game is um, because with COVID and stuff, I hadn't had a whole lot of people over here. Look at all these scores, these high scores here. They're all me, right? Bro, I had to have different names, initials, because the whole board would just be bro, which is what I normally would put up. So now bro is on here, CWB's on here, Detroit Love's on here. It's just out of control. And so I have the ability to play the same versions of Golden Tee down here in the arcade on the Golden Tee dedicated machine. I have it on the Legends Ultimate I can play, and I have it on the Gamer Pro, which I can take upstairs and play on the 70-inch TV. So it's good to have those options. But man, I was sure would like to be able to play. Ooh, that's a good one. Get on there. Oh man, that was almost a hole in one.
Golf for one, trying for 30.
Um, I've never got a hole in one. Have any of you guys got a hole in one on the Golden Tee? I've never got one. I've come close. Yeah. Anybody can walk up here. Across saying his wife isn't a gamer, but she'll play and have a drink with him. It's just a fun game. Period. Um, so I definitely don't regret um, buying it. I definitely don't regret not modding it, because I almost modded it. I actually have a piece in here. I think part of Glenn's retros stuff that allows me to hook this up to a computer, and I had the computer. Actually, the computer that's inside of my modded toy shop. I originally had for this machine, and I was going to put the more modern game. I think it's 2005 or 2006, which I would love to be able to be playing. But the trackball just wasn't hitting correctly. It was just you would hit the ball with all your might, and it would go like 25 feet or 25 yards, whatever it was. It was something ridiculous, and it just would not. It just would not work properly. Hit that tree. I guess that was my tree wood. Oh, and it came back. Did it? Oh, okay, no, it's fine. All right, so let's take the club down. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Sit down. Sit down. Give me a bounce back. Get in there. Oh, man. Need a little bit more on that.
Call for one, trying for 30.
So look here, I'm competing with myself. Two bros are ahead of me. Two bros are behind me. It's out of control.
Call for one, on tee.
Forget about him eating. That's funny, Al. Um, So I didn't want to. So I just realized I've never done a review on it. I did do the golden tee on the arcade one up version against the one on the Legends Ultimate. That was a pretty cool video. Uh, but I have never done one on this one. And I was looking yesterday. Oh, come on, bounce back. Oh, that was too hard. Jeez Louise. Come on back. Nope. Jack that up. Now I got a tough par to
Call
get.
for one, trying for par.
Um, I was looking, so it's still available. You can still get it at a higher price, like on Amazon. Amazon usually may have these cabinets, but they're marked up. They'll say free shipping, but they basically got the shipping into the marked up price, things like that. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough shot. There's no way I can get through here without getting exposed to these trees. Nope. Come on, sit down. Ah, it's gonna be a long putt. If or a chip, I think it's gonna be a chip. It's a chip, and if I go too far on the putt, I can be in the water. This is crazy. All right, well, how many feet? 24 yards to. Nope. Oh, stay on, stay on. Goodness. Chipping again. So I end up with a par. Um, what was it saying? Okay, you can still find them, but they're ridiculously priced. But I um, I just picked up a Star Wars, which is behind me. I still haven't had time to put it together. Um, and this is a company called Hammer Schishlimmer or Hellmeimer Schlischleimer. I don't know what the heck name of it is. I had never heard of it. It's like a Kellogg company, and they have it there at the regular price, and there's a 17% coupon that's available, so you can get 17% off. That's what I did with the Star Wars because it was full price, $4.99, and so but I had to pay shipping. I think like maybe $49 in shipping and taxes here in Michigan, which is 6%. And so I with that 71% off, I still got it for less than $4.99. So it's like $4.70, I believe it was, that I paid with tax and shipping. So that wasn't bad. I'm not gonna be able to get over these trees. So I'm gonna have to try and hook this. No. What you see? Come on, I run out of time. Get over there. Get over there. Get. Give me a. Oh, it's right in front of a tree. Oh, that's not bad. Sounded worse than it was. Get up. Keep going. Keep going. I don't know, guys.
Call for one, trying for birdie.
Do you play online? You know, I haven't played. You know, I haven't played online much. I haven't played online with NBA Jam much. I haven't played online. Let me just give you my history with online play. Happy Sunday there, Dylan. Hey, Kev, Greg. Good morning. Uh, I've never had good success with online play because of the cheaters, right? I used to play primarily Madden football, and with Madden football, you can play online, but people would unplug their LAN connections and quit because they what they call it rage quitting, uh, and they didn't have protection in place where they would get penalized, so they would just do that, and so it used to always piss me off. Like I'm not gonna play online. So
He's on the green.
that's gonna be tough. So I never liked playing online because people made it horrible because the people who made online play available di- didn't didn't factor in the human factor of cheater and dishonest and silly people, right? So I didn't enjoy playing it. And then the other things where you could go online to play was like Call of Duty. I've never really been really good at any of those games.
Call for one.
And when I would go online, I would just get slaughtered, right? It was like a fish in a bucket. One, the people I was playing against knew the boards like the back of their hand, right? So for them, they could they know where all the good weapons are. They know where all the hiding spots are. They know where us fish in the bucket people were coming and what we're going to do before we even knew that we were going to do it. And so it was just a slaughterhouse. Oh goodness, I don't have enough. Come on, get over that. Get over that. Get through there. Oh, that's not too bad. And so it wasn't enjoyable. Online play was just not enjoyable because they didn't have the safeguards in place to make it fun. So it's good to hear about NBA Jam where they're putting that safeguard in for the Rays quitting. That's pretty cool to hear about. So -5, you guys are giving me good luck. That's probably one of better than my average game. -5 at the turn here they call it.
One on T.
Ooh, get over that. Get over that. I didn't make it to the fairway. What one? Let's do that. Sit down. Sit down. Oh, that's a good bounce. A bad bounce. That's going to be a chip, but I'm going to put it. Good birdie. Good birdie. And so online play is something I have to force myself to even consider doing. One, paying for. I have to force myself to do it because my history is that I'm not going to be online much enough to justify paying monthly for it because I'm just not going to do it as often as it is to make it practical for me to do it. All right. Oh, I think that's going to go in the water. Hit something. Hit that rough. Hit that rough, baby. Oh, that's in. I was talking. I didn't pay much attention. So that's my first blunder. And that may be my second blunder because that's going to be short. Oh, my God. And this is how golf works. You can be doing so well, and all it takes is for one hole for you to not concentrate correctly. And look at that. They give me wrong data. I'm reading my data incorrectly. I need to put this club up. Oh, my God. This is horrible. Look at that. That's nowhere near the club they said I needed for this doggone shot. And so in the water 3 times as a result. Wow. So it went from -5, lost 3, now to -2, and now Detroit Love is in front of C-Dub for no reason. That's how golf is. So now I gotta bounce back. Yeah, so that's Dylan. That's crazy. Yeah, when you get on there, or that's Cap Gret is talking about playing NBA and people cheating. It just takes away from the experience, and it doesn't make it fun. So the at games arcade net, I haven't played much online with it just yet. I have 3 or 2 Sam Club things. That's gonna give me about 6 months guaranteed. I paid for 1 month, and now I have to wait till February 8th or something. Oh, that's in the water. Look at that. Oh my God! I thought it was my home run. Oh, and now they put a tree in front of me.
Oh, it's in the beach.
It was in the beach. I tried to put out the sand. Double bogey. Look at that. Now I'm even. All that. Now I'm in 4th place. Horrible. Who's the pot imposter? It's John in here. He could be. He follows us. He could be. Seeing what's happening with it. Stay on. Look at that. Now I got 3 holes in a row where I'm in the water. This is how golf is. And I'm in the water again. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, it's horrible. And I missed a putt. Down goes the. So now instead of being in the lead, I'm down to seventh place plus two. Oh man, but this is how golf is in real life, man. You could be jamming out there, and all of a sudden you get a bad run, and it's just hard to turn that bad run back around sometimes. Uh, because golf is physical, is emotional, and is mental. You know, and you have to be all those things have to be on point. Oh man, you see they robbed me there. Fourth, fifth place.
Ball for one on tee.
IRRK. I think I might have to unfollow you because you're supporting male picks. I have no idea what they're talking about there. You know, you guys have who followed me for a while knows that um, that I don't. Come on, baby. Good. You know, I don't get into all this silly stuff about um, you know arcade one up against at games or you know I'm not against anything. I'm for competition. I'm for people striving to make this home arcade business better. I'm for um, people you know these companies making these games available for us at a good price with good gameplay, and I think all of us collectively together. Watch your time. Make provide them with good information for them to make better products. Are there some people in? Oh, this is tough. I'm not gonna try and go for that because it's gonna end up bad for me. Just gonna play it short. This is just a tough hole no matter what. You get down that little island, peninsula. Ooh, and that's gonna be short, but it's not gonna go in the water at least. Ah, woo! Jump in there! Whoa! Did you guys see that? I just chipped that in for birdie. Now I'm in second place again. You don't give up on golf. What up, Michael? Yeah, it's I mean, and again, guys, I say this all the time in my work life, on my online life. Ooh, get over that water, baby. Thank you. Oh, stay down. You know, you guys gotta realize, people are people, and every person is not. Uh, oh man, that was horrible. I didn't look at the slant. Every person is not the same on the same level. Uh, Psychological, emotionally, physically, mentally, financially. You know, we're all at different levels, and so of course you're gonna have some people talking crap because they're not all there. You're gonna have people talking crap because they don't have the money to buy what other people can buy. You have people talking crap because for all these reasons, right? Because they're just people, and so you have to take that what people say with a grain of salt because there's so many different levels. That's why no one thing is going to satisfy us all because we're different, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the people that have to try and make those differences in us an issue, a problem, you know, they're just missing the boat um, because that's just the wind didn't blow like I thought it would blow. And I'm gonna have a tree right in front of me. No, not too bad. Oh, this is still a ugly shot. Oh, look at that tree. Got me. I knew it. Now, here we go again. That's my tree wood again. Oh, and that was for par there. So, I'm gonna be doing a double bogey if I can get this long putt. The double bogey, I'm +4. I'm in probably fourth place. Oh, I'm +2. I'm sorry, fourth place. It's not looking good, but yeah. I mean, these things should be about fun. So I end up +2. So that's game. So I came in fourth place. Um, but I but but you see the first 9 holes I did great -5. I had a really bad hole number 9, number 11, where I got 9 strokes and it was just it was just terrible. But I did get 7 birdies. Oh, I'm sorry, 8 birdies. So I got the record on this course now. 8 birdies. I hit 12 fairways. I got only 13 putts. So in golf, it's about the little victories. It's about the little victories. So I didn't win the game. I didn't come in first, but I got course records, and that's what makes this game fun. Because it's just like in the real world. It's the small victories. Maybe I had a lousy game, but I chipped that one in. I chipped it in for a birdie, right? You know, so nothing else matters because most people can't do that, right? So golf is about enjoying the game, having fun, and getting those small victories. This community that we have here, I mean, it's great that we could all get together and on a Sunday and just chat it up and enjoy a good game, enjoy each other's company. That's what it's all about. You're always gonna have somebody fooling and come around and try to make it into a conflict and make it into a battle to make it into something where it make it something that is not. And so just like in society, we see that where you just can't be silent when people come in with foolishness. The masses have to stand up and say, "Hey, that's not acceptable. That's not proper. That's not right. Stop acting like that." And I just made his wish come true. He said he's not gonna do anything until somebody stop him. And so, bye bye, I arcade. Um, that's the way society should be. When someone comes in and acts a fool, society has to step up and say, "Stop being a fool," And I'm not sure why this one's didn't come through. I'm not sure why I put. I'm not sure why it's saying that I put people in timeout. I didn't put Al in timeout. This thing's acting crazy. So when you guys come out timeout, I apologize for hitting the wrong button. But anyway, guys, it's just all about having fun, man. Life is way too short. Life is way too short to be fighting about silly things. You know, um, if you're buying these arcade games and you're pissed that you paid a certain amount, or you're pissed that somebody else got a new improved version that had some extra games, you get pissed about any of that stuff, then you're just not enjoying life because you know um, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna enjoy Golden Tee here less if Arcade went up decided to come out with a Golden Tee and a Silver Strike uh, version. It's not going to make my game any less fun. Will I wish that I had the Silver Strike bowling? Absolutely, I'd love to have it. I may even consider selling this to someone or giving this to my best friend Sean and getting the other one. Because because I can do that. But if you guys aren't enjoying these cabinets, man, jeez Louise, how miserable is your life where you got to be so angry about every little thing, man? That's just a sad existence to have. I feel sorry for people that have to be so miserable. Um, Buy these cameras and enjoy it, man. Just enjoy life, man. Life is short, you know. Uh, pick something to appreciate. Pick something to enjoy, man. And I definitely uh, enjoy this golden tee. I enjoy all of my cabinets for different reasons. I'm excited about the Star Wars, man. I got that back there. I just haven't had time. Maybe today I'll get time to put it together. Uh, I had never played that game. I don't recall playing it in the arcade. It might have been one of those games where they wanted me to put $1 in. I just wasn't going to do it. I don't recall playing the game. I could have played the game. If I did play the game in the past, it wasn't for long and it wasn't often. So I don't remember. But I did go over Damon Cook's place. You guys know Damon Cook from the community. And I played it for the first time. And I was like, oh man, I got to find this. And I was able to find that company, Hammer, whatever it's called. I'll put it in the notes. And that 70% off coupon code, and I was able to get that thing less than what I would have got it if I bought it initially, because everybody else that was selling it was trying to get, $100 or more for the thing. I also have my pre-order with GameStop, which is the first time I believe I ever did a pre-order for the Legacy Atari 12-in-1 game, and I am excited about that. When the Star Wars got here, my wife was here and I was at work, and she told me, don't buy any more arcades. And so, good thing I got my pre-order already in, because I won't be breaking this rule of hers, because I've already had it ordered before she said so. And it just means I have to sneak them in, that's all. I have to be more careful about what day they show up. But it's funny, because I'm sure me, like most of you guys, when this Street Fighter first came out, we I really struggle. I can't speak for you, but I would imagine for a lot of you guys, it was the same. It's like, man, how do I justify getting this? I mean, I've been wanting an arcade for the longest. They wanted this big, huge 300-pound thing that I had to get my buddies to come and move before I got, and I had to have an old machine that got rat poo and mouse pee and humidity issues on it from sitting in somebody's garage for 20 years. I didn't want any of those cabinets. So when Street Fighter came out, I was like, man, I want to have this, but can I justify the price? And the price was lower than what I paid for these last few. And it was tough to justify. But once I got it, then it made justifying the next cabinets much easier. Because it brought so much joy and excitement to me, man. And I just love. I mean, this when I get these next 2 cabinets, it's going to be 10 cabinets. Can you guys believe that? 10 cabinets in this basement here, and that's just pretty crazy. Just thinking 2 years ago, I was trying to justify 1, and now there's going to be 10. So that's just that's pretty bizarre. But let's see what you guys are chatting about, because you guys are going a mile a minute. How did this game get on it? This game get on it? I'm not sure what you're saying. After you see the real unedited game, you cannot unsee it. Yeah, I wish the IRK had a trackball. I wish they had a trackball, because I would love to have seen IRK put a more modern golf game on that cabinet. I'm excited about the wrestling game. One, because we're going to be featured in it some kind of way. I suck at those wrestling games, but I like them. I have a buddy that he's really into golf. I'm sorry, really into wrestling. He's much older than I am, and he doesn't miss any wrestling show that comes on. It's pretty funny. So I'm going to be pretty happy to show him the game with my likeness, and he's going to get a kick out of that. Yeah, the IRK, they came with those bumper guard, those little corner guards. And when the first person I saw, I just assumed they had put those on because I had bought those. Bobby Vu, to die for, had gotten them for his pinball, and I had gotten them as well for my pinball. And I've since then put them on my Galaga, on my modded toy shock. And so when I saw those, I just assumed someone picked up those like we did and put it on there. I didn't realize that IRK had put those on or provided those for the kit. Um, so that means they recognize after the fact that they made their corners too sharp, right? Um, even the arcade one up corners are a little sharp, but the way the cabinet is, for most of the cabinets, you don't really experience those edges like you would with a pinball for sure, right? And because the IRKs, uh, the way it's higher and all that, I think you deal with it, and the way the buttons are too close to the edge. There's some things you guys saw in my video, the pros and cons. They're two separate videos. Um, I think the layout of that whole control panel is just weird. The volume buttons are switched when I want to go up in volume. I'm doing the opposite of what it actually is because it's backwards. And whenever I want to confirm something, I'm wanting to hit the lower roll, but it's the top roll that you have to do it. It's just some. That cabinet has come a long way from what it was originally designed. It was originally designed to be more of a Japanese or European or overseas arcade cabinet, and and John realized for the market that he's trying to sell to, he had to make some changes. So he has made some changes. So I'll be interested to see, like I am with all these 1.0 cabinets, the at Games Legends Pinball, that's a 1.0 cabinet, right? The arcade one up pinball cabinets, those are 1.0. I'm very excited for what the 2.0 and beyond cabinets are going to be for those cabinets. So I just I'm just excited for this home arcade market, man. You guys just don't know. Last year, well, I guess it wasn't last year. The year before last, my wife had her birthday party, and we did an '80s themed birthday party, and we had the arcade games in it, and part of that party is featured in my opening, what do you call it, jingle or whatever, the opening music intro. The intro for my videos is like towards the end of that party, where people were, my friend Damon was playing the video game, but the '80s the '80s theme party, because in the past we've done '70s, but you can still do the arcades and to a degree with the '70s, but it's more of an '80s thing. We've done '70s parties and had a blast, and so this was our first '80s parties. So I definitely recommend, once this whole COVID thing passes, that you guys are able to do like a theme party. '70s party was fun, but now you have these arcades in the house. '80s theme party to see people dressed with high hair, big hair, and the colorful clothes. It was fun. '70s to me was always something that I could. When you start talking about costume, it's easier to come up with a '70s costume than the '80s, I thought. But we had a lot of fun with the '80s party, and the arcades were a big part of that. Yeah, the IRK. I want a backlit marquee, and Bobby Vu and those guys have done the backlit speakers that made the speakers glow and all that. Um, I'm not interested in that type of thing, but I am interested in a backlit marquee. But because the speakers are there, it just makes it more difficult to do that. But that's definitely something I am going to look into doing, and hopefully one of the third party vendors come up with a solution I can just buy. I'll say I have no problem saying it. I am lousy when it comes to building things. People go, "Oh, you could just build that." Yeah, you can just build that. I can't build that. I don't have a problem trying to build something, but most likely it's not going to be something that's very presentable. I say it all the time. I I cut twice and measure once. You really should measure twice and cut once, but I just rush into it and try it sometimes without thinking about it too clearly. And so that's just a me issue, and I don't have a problem with recognizing and acknowledging who I am. And so the person who I am have no problem paying a reasonable price for someone else that has more talent than me to provide it. Same way I didn't have a problem with buying the toy shop because somebody built a very sturdy, strong cabinet that's a three-quarter size that fits into the environment that a home arcade environment that I like to have. I'm not interested in the full size. I had no problem buying that cabinet just to gut it because for me to build a cabinet like that it would look a whole lot worse. It would look terrible because that actually looks really good. It would be lopsided. It wouldn't be level. You know, it'd be rocking, and not because I'm on a concrete floor. It'd be rocking because I would have measured one or two of the legs too short. So I can be honest with myself. I can laugh at myself. I don't have a problem doing that. Yeah, the topper's a good idea, Brad. You know, I don't. To me, it's just not. That's just part of the element of arcade is to have that backlit marquee, and as you guys may be aware, I have coin doors. I have coin doors on my modded Street Fighter. I have a coin door on my modded Galaga. So you see, I got the real coin door there, and man, I love that because when you're playing games like say Gauntlet or even Street Fighter, that's part of the game. That's part of the game when you gotta hurry up and you know get your next credit in um, before you know so you can continue the game or keep going. You know that's part of the gameplay, and I love that aspect of it for those games, those fighting games, and for the um, for the Pac-Mans and Donkey Kongs and things like that. So I really love having the real coin doors on the cabinets. Um, so I'm excited for what they're doing, even when they're gonna put the fake coin doors, the faux coin doors. So instead of having this, because you guys know I hate this nameplate area, I would rather that be solid black or themed. But I like them putting the faux coin door on it because it'll look like more like a, a arcade. Well, Cav Grant, I'm not saying I'm not good at modding. I'm saying I'm not good at cabinet building. That I'm not do. I can and I've been that way with a lot of things in life. You know, I've been in the IT world for since high school. I worked in the computer room in high school and worked in computers pretty much ever since. Other than restaurants when I was in high school. Oh, no, I'm sorry, yeah, high school and college. But even then, I call myself a hacker, not the bad hacker, but the hacker where I can take something that's intended for one thing and modify it to do a different thing, to make it better, to make a better functional product out of it. So I can hack it so that it does something that wasn't necessarily intended to do. So I can hack these machines. I can cut a hole in this machine. But for me to build this machine, or for me to build a program from scratch to do a certain thing, no, that's not where my strength is. My strength is always been in the ability to see something different than what the builder intended it to be, and to be able to change it so this is a better product as a result. Whether software or hardware, that's where my strength has always been. And put together last night. What you put together, Scott? Oh, your Dragon's Lair bar top yesterday. Okay, awesome. So yeah, man. So I have to I have to get this Star Wars together, and you know, I'm thinking about what my next purchase would be and what it should be because I'm really, I really shouldn't be buying any more of these things. My wife has said I have enough of them for sure. But I was thinking I want to, I'm you know I have two pinball machines now. Uh, I would definitely like to have the arcade one up, the Mars, Revenge, Tech from Mars. I definitely would like to have that one. Um, Hopefully, I'm giving people out there enough time to mod it and see what they do, because I don't know that I want it stock, but I don't know that I want to put a whole PC into it. Because again, I like having some modded things where I can do everything from, but I do like the ability to walk up to certain cabinets like my Golden Tee, and just play the game is intended, like this NBA Jam. Now again, this NBA Jam is my grandson's, so once the border opens back up, that's going to be gone. So that's going to be another spot that I'll be able to put my Atari or something in. Um, but I think I do want another pinball, and I think that's the Attack from Mars. You can see Attack from Mars on that one currently there, as it's scrolling through. Yeah, Sling Spade. You're talking about the Tempest. Yeah, yeah, that's the one I got. I've already pre-ordered that one from GameStop. GameStop. I always want to say GameSpot. GameStop. Yeah, I have that one pre-ordered. So I think the date is like April something that'll come. Um, though I've never really been a big fan of Tempest itself. It's just a, I don't know. I played a lot of games growing up. Now, most of my gameplay, I didn't really go to like the huge arcades because I predate those huge arcades, for the most part. Um, most of my arcade play came from like the little corner stores. The bowling alley would have a few games, so those spots. The laundromat would have, 4 or 5 games. So I didn't really have all the huge options that, people that's younger than I am when the arcades were a staple thing for you guys. The arcade wasn't a staple thing for me, for the most part, for the majority of my years. So I wasn't until I was in high school when they really had like a neighborhood arcade, and the mall, arcades and those type of things was by the time I was in college, I would say. Yeah, I definitely. That's why I bought the IRK cabinet, because I have all these other ways to play these older school games. So I'm interested in some more modern games, and so I'm not interested in playing one. I'm not interested in playing vertical games on the landscape or horizontal cabinet. So I'm not interested in playing Pac-Man, nothing like that on there. I got this vertical for all my vertical games. Um, but I'm interested in seeing some good modern games that will play on this. So, I'm very hopeful for this IRK cabinet, um, because I want to see something different, something new, something unique. So, Scott, you saying that just the bar top itself took 2 hours? It definitely didn't take that long for me. Though, when I'm usually recording, I'm usually stopping and highlighting things. So when I do my Street Fighter, I said I'm gonna have my iPad up and have it where I have a timer on it, so I can actually see how long it takes. Because I really don't know, because I stop and all those things in between, but I do want to know exactly how long it takes. So I think I'm gonna have this in the video, post it somewhere where it's just counting a stopwatch, so I'll know that the exact amount of time it takes me because I'm curious myself. Yeah, Brad, you talking about the ColecoVision? ColecoVision, I would say was the most significant home console, home computer, whatever you want to classify it as, for me. I mean, I couldn't afford that type of thing. My family couldn't. Someone in my family or friend, some I can't remember who had the ColecoVision. It definitely wasn't in my household, but it was somewhere I had access to, and so that was very significant to be able to play those games at home because one, again, I grew up with very limited resources, and so I didn't have the money to go to the arcade nearly as much as I would have liked to have. And so for someone to have that in their home at the time was huge. It was huge to be able to just you know not have to worry about having money and be able to play these games. That being said, the quality of those games were horrible. They were horrible in comparison to the arcade games. Um, and so I have zero interest in reliving the ColecoVision experience, um, even from a nostalgic value. It's just I have no appeal. Like most of the people who've modded their devices, they have the Atari 2600 and the ColecoVision games and all that stuff. One, I don't like the console games on my arcade cabinets because I've had these arcade games on Raspberry Pis for years on my TV. So I was playing console games and I was playing arcade games on my couch, playing it from TV, on TV, playing it from a couch for years. So I've already had that experience. I've already relived that time frame on the couch. I have zero interest in doing that in my arcade because I bought the arcades because I want the arcade experience standing at a cabinet playing the arcade games, not console games. So I could put console games on my TV and do it that way with a controller, and that sort. But I have zero interest in playing those ColecoVision's versions of Pac-Man or Donkey Kong. They look horrible, when I can play the real Pac-Man, the real Donkey Kong, and all those real games, Jungle Hunt, and whatever on it. So, um, I mean, another game that was really, really awesome at the time was in television. In television, even though it had those crazy joysticks, those joysticks were look like a telephone dial pad, you know, were outstanding because for basketball, you now had the opportunity to pass diagonally and do all these type of things, which was awesome technology wise. Even as a kid, I could appreciate that. But it was stick figure basketball players. It wasn't these basketball players. Even this compared to NBA 2021 is a far cry. Those things are so realistic today. So to say go from an NBA 2021 to playing in television version with the stick players, you know, yeah, that's for me. That would be something. That would be a conversation thing. If the guys were over here, we were after a golf league game, we were over here in chat, and I pulled it up. People be like, "Oh, it bring back all these memories." But will I want to? Will all of us want to grab two controllers and want to actually play in television? Highly unlikely. But will we be interested in talking about it and reliving that memory? That would be pretty cool. So for me, I would be more interested, and this is for the third party people out there, if I could have a a frame, a picture frame that had a monitor in it, a real thin like laptop type monitor, and it could loop through and play through some of those old games like a television games or Atari 2600 and those type of things. That would be incredible artwork that I would love to have just to be able to see that gameplay and to see that going across the screen. But for it to be actual component that I can play, I just have zero interest in that. I'm not sure what that hockey game was. I'm sorry I didn't see it when it went through. Soggy Kid. But that's what I love about this the demo. One is keeping the screen moving. When I have the audio on, is you have the arcade sound and it sounds incredible. But I love to discover games that I've never seen before, and it's nice I can go up to hit the I think it's the player one button on any game, and it'll actually launch that game. I think it's player one. Yeah, she hit player one, and it'll actually launch that game. And so it's great for discovering games because it's like 2,200 games on there. And clearly, on my block growing up, I didn't have 22 arcade games accessible to me. So, so uh, it's definitely a lot more games that are available than I know of. Even over the years of playing them on my TV set. So I just love this arcade, man. This thing is the most awesome thing I have seen. Now, I, I put that gray wall up there temporarily. That the cloth wall it looks a whole lot better than the white wall you see down there, the plastic one. People always ask me, is Dexter my brother? When they see that white thing, the white padded wall. Um, so, but what I'm going to do is put wood, faux brick panels on the back there. They have them at Home Depot, 8 feet by 4 feet, um, and I think like a quarter inch thick. And I'm going to be able to put those up. It's going to look a whole lot nicer. But right now, that looks a lot nicer, just not seeing that white. I like that. I just put that up yesterday, I believe. Yeah, the see how that's just sitting there. I don't like that it doesn't automatically jump into a a demo mode like these things do. Like that does. You know, like my pinball machine does. There, just automatically cycles through and play the sounds that even the Legends. See, the Legends just sitting there static. I don't like that. So Legends, that game's got to fix that with the Legends pinball. Um, it just doesn't make sense to just be sitting there static like that. Those things, arcade games are supposed to call you. They're supposed to beckon you. Get over here and play this. You hear this excitement that's going on over here? Come on and play. Now, when you go into these games, then they'll replay. Then they'll do like a a track mode thing, but it doesn't. But it doesn't do it on its own, and I don't like that. Yeah, yeah. At the least, it should be a screensaver. Um, even if the screensaver was just self-generated based on what games you have in it. That's the smart way. Like the way these things do. You know you should be beckoning me to come look. Hey, check out this game that's on here. And it should be the game, not the way X Games does it, where you can put your own video as a track mode. That's just not the way to do it. One, most people don't have the skills to do that. Zero interest in doing that. It should just be automatic. The game should know which games are on there, and you should just have a small video that's just there. That's comprised of that gameplay, and just you know draw you over to come play. Because if it's just that arcade sound is just incredible. I love it. Yeah, again, we could argue which was the best and which one you like, but to me, it comes down to when I come down here and all these things are making noise, which one do I gravitate to most? Some of them I had to force myself to go, like my see my finger is this one here, the Street Fighter 2. That is one of the most awesome mods I have. Is from top to bottom. I think it's awesome. Can play everything. But if it's just me here, I'm not gonna go and play this. It's very rare that I'll go and play like Joust and things like that. But that's when company's over. A two-player, right? That's a two-player game console. This is a four-player console, right? So those are awesome when people are over and you're playing against somebody. But when it's just me, those cabinets are gonna get the least amount of play. Period. The NBA is cool because yeah, if I do want to play, I can go online and play with somebody else. That's going to be a little more challenging than say the CPU. So it's great that you have those options. Um, but I'm gonna walk up to Golden Tee and play that if I just have a few minutes to play. I'm gonna come over here to my Galaga and play because the majority of the games that I really like playing, are the old school verticals: Pac-Man, Galaga, Street Fighter, Mrs. Pac. I'm not Street Fighter. Mrs. Pac-Man, Donkey Kong Jr., Dig Dug, Elevator Action. Those are the games that most appeal to me. Now, you younger cats, you guys are more into the fighters, right? So you guys want to fight and play those things and play NBA Jam. Those are more your speed, I would imagine. But the vertical is my cup of tea. That's why it had to be decked out with the coin, so I can put my quarters in. You see my stack of quarters in the corner. Throw my quarters in there and play. That is how I remember the game, and that's how I am fortunate enough to be able to have that in my house to relive that experience. I think that's the coolest thing. NBA Jam, I think they wanted $1, right? And you had to keep pumping money in there. I just wasn't gonna do that. That's just wasn't how I played pinball. I mean, not pinball, but arcades. My experience with arcades was pumping in quarters, not pumping in dollars. All right, guys. I'm not sure how long we're at an hour here, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I appreciate you guys coming and spending some time with me, man. I Yeah, let me hey Jordan, I'm gonna go ahead and put some credits in here so you can. I always forget. I got a new image. I no longer have the Wolfenals image on here, which I'm kind of sad about because I didn't back it up. Something happened. I got it jacked up. So if you guys have modded cabinets, make sure you back it up. I got Street Fighter backed up a million times, but Galaga I never backed up for some reason. Or if I backed up, I don't know where I backed it up to. So I have this new image on here, and so it's weird to me. I don't know. It doesn't work quite the same way. But let me find one of my favorites, Donkey Kong, and hit the wrong button. See, I'm not familiar with this thing. And let's pump some quarters. Let's pump some quarters in. Because this sound, man, it's nothing like this sound. This sound brings back so much memories. When you hear that coin sliding through that mechanism, right? And you hear it drop into the coin box, and you hear that credit go up there, man. There's no better sound than that, man. You gotta have that. At least on one of your cabinets, whatever your favorite cabinet is in your home arcade, man, you gotta put that real coin door on it, man. I tell you, there's nothing more satisfying than that. Oh man, he robbed me of my 100 points. Oh, come on. Come on, Cletus. Man, they're not giving me my 100 points. That really burns me up, man. sucker. I'm sure I'm having a lot of trouble getting up this thing. Yeah, me and the Rexer show, man. And Glenn, we the old cats, man. We enjoy vertical. Whoa, hello. I'm trapped. Sucker. That's funny, Scott. Yeah, Pauline, she's not worth all that. Just like olive oil wasn't worth all that with Popeye and Brutus. Off me, fool. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh! Come on! Oh man, I can't make that jump for some reason. Getting rusty. Thanks for being fans of the show. Bam! Get off me, fool! Come here, fool. Come on down here. Get back over there before they come on. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Oh, hello. What you thought, fool? Oh, too early. Oh. All right. And with that, guys, I'm going to bid you a good day. Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And until next time, guys, I'll see you on the web.